So he looked good. That's the main thing. He looked.
Yeah.
He looked.
He looks like a physical specimen. He looks.
There we
he's
go.
built.
Now we're talking.
He's built right. He's got the right leg on him. He's got a nice line on his back, and the tail set is beautiful. I mean, he's
right
a
on.
gorgeous looking specimen.
So I told everybody. I said, "Look, I'm heading up. Johnny's going to give me this dining experience of a lifetime."
It's going to cost me.
It's going to see.
It always. When I started looking to want to get setters, and once again, I'm a pointer guy. I love pointers. I really kind of wanted a dog that I felt was going to be as close to a pointer for me, from the aspect of a physical specimen, ability to handle heat, ability to have a great gait, a dog that's going to have a lot of class and style and carriage to it. I kind of looked around, and that's where I felt comfortable going. And I think that's important to understand. I've gotten involved in setters, not because of
Here it comes.
really good.
Fromage on the rum butter and sage. Ready to come Doring Mount with sous vide.
Like I mentioned that we were going to be
Some
doing
good
some
quality
fine dining
cheese.
tonight.
Absolutely.
It started.
That'd be awesome. Is in trying to develop a dog that can consistently be bred to compete with English Pointer. I'm an English Pointer guy. I mean, you go to my house, I have five really nice English Pointers.
That's got some punch.
What?
You gonna save me any? You guys, we're getting restaurant reviews, pointers, setters. What's not to like? Thumbs up.
Sometimes it sucks to be in Wisconsin, but sometimes there's good restaurants.
That is a punchy cheese. Very
It's
punchy.
a very punchy cheese. Just, I didn't leave that all in there for you to finish and eat. Shamrock, and Sean's young dog, has a place in the genetic pool. And that is the reality. And look at dogs in other breeding programs. If you look, it's like, oh, so Aaron Skydancer is a perfect example of, finding that later on in the pool of other breedings. Which that is really probably going to go down at some point in time. Aaron Skydancer as one of the key pivotal females. And that's the reality of it. And I saw that dog as a very, very young dog, and saw the potential in that animal. Not only from a
wanted
dog
to buy
that
her
could
from
compete.
me.
I tried buying her. You wouldn't sell her
yep.
to me, and I wanted to buy her.
And who did I give her to?
Sean Derrick.
That's right.
Sean Derrick. And I think it was a good decision.
He did
I
a
think
good
that
job.
was the best place and the best time, and I think that helped put her in a situation where she has gotten into the breeding programs,
Right.
and is a dog that's greatly affecting the long-term bloodline, just like Rich Big Cody,
Yeah.
right?
No, that is a correct statement.
And just like Houston's Blackjack, and there's dogs in there that are great wild bird dogs. One of the challenges with the setter breed sometimes is darkness and the color, and color isn't everything. But when you're showing a dog, color does change the
Showing them to the
perspective.
judges.
When you're trying to show them to the judges,
Right.
and you've got a dog that's way out there, sometimes a heavily marked dog is a lot more difficult to really show. So I think that that's one of the benefits of Farrell Miller's bloodlines and other dogs, other breedings with pointers, where they really genetically brought in an animal that had the appropriate color to be seen when they're making that big giant cast. So that's what we're working, in a way, that's what we're working towards. I think, when you look at where, Aaron's Hidden Shamrock bloodlines and Aaron's Prometheus, which is a total, a true brother to Shamrock.
Right, he's a litter mate. Correct
He's
me
a
if
litter
I'm wrong.
mate. He's a
full-blown litter.
He's a full-blown litter mate. You've got two quality specimens and animals there that can greatly affect the setter bloodline. And and they go back to your bloodline. I
Right.
mean, Aaron Sky Dancer was a dog that you developed out of Aaron's Tails, Timely Tails.
Timely Tails.
Not Aaron's Timely Tails, Sky
Right.
Dancer's
Right.
Timely Tails.
Right.
Right?
That's
You
correct.
developed that dog, and so you had Moon Phase bred to Timely Tails
Right. And
that produced Aaron's Sky Dancer.
that's correct.
And Aaron's Sky Dancer,
Which we
was
called her at the Dreamtime.
Dreamtime. She was bred to Ridge Creek Cody, which produced Aaron's Hidden Shamrock and Aaron's Prometheus.
Let's talk about the nice derby that Betty Shearhouse is working with Daniels.
The feedback that I've heard is that it's a pretty nice animal, and it's done a pretty good job out on the prairies. And when I've had talked with guys that are pointer guys and they're not setter guys, and they say, that's a pretty nice dog, then you kind of say, okay, then that's probably a specimen, a dog that we want to watch and hopefully see in person.
Right.
And then we can make that judgment whether that's a dog that we would want in
Right.
the breeding program that we're doing.
So you haven't seen the pup run. I haven't seen the pup run.
Nope. Nope.
But it's done a good job. 3 nice wins out on the prairies. Jamie is clearly doing a good job managing the pup. So they're off to a pretty booming start for a young dog.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of promise with the dog. I've said to Betty, hey, I can't wait to see the dog. I'm excited to see the dog.
So that comes out of the Carmichael.
The Carmichael bred.
Yeah, that comes out of the 2 boys and what they put together, and they blended that with Skyhawk. Well, of course, Skyhawk is a huge foundation of what you and I are using. So looking at Betty's dog coming up on paper looks good, but we'll have to take a closer look, and either you or I or somebody we know that we have trusted eyes in will see the dog and say, hey, this is something that we need to be using. So that's the beginning of the process.
Yeah, personally, me, I don't like to breed to anything that I can't physically see.
Right.
But that's my opinion. Is you have to be happy with the specimen when you see it yourself. I mean, I was fortunate enough to judge Ridge Creek Cody in a couple championships. One of them being the Masters and down in Georgia, and I really liked what I saw in the animal. I also was able to see the dog in workouts. So the key there is, you got to see that dog in trial situations and in workouts.
Right.
And the dog, more than once impressed me.
Right.
And he had a lot of the attributes that as a pointer guy looking to maybe breed setters, I saw that was a viable animal that I wanted to get some of that blood. And I think that it's shown. Now, I've talked with people and heard that Ridge Creek Cody, when he was younger, was a really nice dog. He won a lot, but as he matured, he became a really great dog. And that, my hat goes off to Jerry and Paul for what they've done. And I think that it's too bad that he's not here today, that we can't breed him. But I think there's sons of his and other dogs within that genetic pool that we can draw from and build some great breeding programs with.
Right. Johnny and I will be back soon with more discussion of breeding and field trials.